TitleMatchNetwork.com.
I want to ask you about Bruiser Brody.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what was Bruiser Brody like outside the ring?
Very intelligent man.
All right.
Very intelligent. See, I didn't know Bruiser that well. See, I met him in San Antonio whenever I went down there for I only went down there for like a month or so. I met him there, met his wife, and then I met him here in Puerto Rico. So, and I've been asking about this so many times, what happened to Bruiser Brody, what happened to him here? And the answer to that, and I'm not dodging and I'm not ducking, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what preceded it.
Yes.
So let's start back from the beginning. I met him here, and I remember I told him that we used to stay. This is where we're sitting at right now. It's called East La Verde. It's right next to the airport. And there's another little tier section down the ways a little bit. It's called Condado. And I had a nice hotel and set up down there, and they give the wrestlers a discount rate or whatever. And it's a nice place.
Good.
And I remember me and Tony Atlas and Brody, we were staying there because I told them about it. And the only time I ever talked to Brody at length, really about a lot of things, even not just talked to him for more than like 5 minutes, was the day all this happened. And we was down in a hotel lobby. I was waiting for Atlas. Atlas had a guy from the gym who was a big fan. He was going to take us to the mansion. So it was me and Brody and Atlas, and we went to the stadium that day. And very unfortunate what happened. And I have written an account of this. It's on the internet. It's probably be on the internet till the end of time anyway. And do you remember maybe 2 months ago?
There was a report
in
a Japanese magazine.
In a Japanese magazine that I had said, or that I had been quoted as doing this interview, which I never did an interview. I don't know who this guy is, a Japanese guy. That I said that Carlos Colon and Victor Javica had paid a bribe of $225,000 to conceal evidence in the Bruiser Brody murder case, which is just an out-and-out lie. It never happened. I never did an interview. I never said anything like that. And even if I did say anything like that, first of all, if anybody knows Victor Javica, that tight son of a bitch, he wouldn't give $225,000 for himself, let alone somebody else.
Yeah.
And the only other erroneous part of that is to conceal evidence in the case in which there was no evidence to conceal. The dispute was not over did he do it, it's why he did it.
Right.
See, he admitted doing it. The invader admitted he was the cause of it.
Do you think it has anything to do with money laundering? Or?
No.
No.
Nah, shit, no. It had nothing to do with that. Was that a rumor?
I heard that was one of
It
them.
was like a million rumors.
Nah.
In your heart, what do you believe? What do you
I
think?
believe in my heart
Well,
that Brody and Invader had trouble previously, but it was like forgotten.
I'm so cold.
What kind of trouble?
Well, Brody beat him up in the ring,
Right.
But see, Brody beat a lot of people up in the ring, That was the way he worked. He just beat the dog shit out of you. Which is why I sort of like wrestling, because, somebody beats the shit out of you, but the hell, just give up, just quit.
Right.
But I don't know if that was a problem, but I think Brody had bought into this company. Gorilla Monsoon, I think, had owned some stock here at one time.
Right.
And somehow Victor Quiones was involved in this, that he took the stock from Monsoon, and I think Victor Quiones and Bruiser Brody were like big buddies. And what I think happened, and I can't confirm this, but I think Brody had somehow had a percentage of this company here in Puerto Rico. And the Invader was in a position to where he was in either a booking position or he owned part of the company or something. And that's where the clash came.
Trauma, yeah.
So to me, it was I don't know what, then again, I don't know why it happened. I'm just sorry that it did happen. It's a very unfortunate day, very tragic day, and I think probably the most infamous day in the history of wrestling.
Is it hard coming back here to work for the same promotion and see the guy in the dressing room that stabbed Brody?
Well, then again, I don't know why it happened.
Right.
Basically, I have very little to do with the guy.
Right.
If I don't have business with him, I just don't see him.
Right.
See, I'm in one dressing room, he's in the other dressing room. See, the way it's. See, I do my thing, he does his. I don't wrestle him.
Right.
I don't wrestle him.
So is that one of the rules that you won't work with him, or?
That's my rule.
Right.
It's not my rule that I won't work with him. It's my rule that I prefer.
Right.
You know, and they understand that. You know. So,
Was it hard to come back down here at first?
I didn't come back for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
You know, so it was. It's always sort of I've spent so much time here. I like it here. You know, I like the winters here. I like the weather, and you can't ban or blame the whole island for an incident that happened. You know, actually, Puerto Rican people, just like American people, hell, they just want to live and do their thing. And see, as long as you don't get involved in politics down here, which you can get involved in politics in the United States, you won't like their politics.
Right.
You know, but see, I go out on the beach here and sit by the pool and do all this stuff, and I like to do that. But I'm not going to blame the whole island. I'm not going to condemn the whole island on the action of one man. You know, and I didn't come back for 4 years, and then. But what happened? See, the wrestling business in the early '90s, boy, it just went like this. It went. Unless you work for WWF, you got a contract with WCW, you couldn't make a living. You couldn't make a living. Memphis, they want to give you like $200 a week. You can't run them down the road for $200 a week, you know. And so I picked up the phone one day and I called them. I said, "Hey, let me come and help you guys." And boy, they were having a tough time here. It hit them here too.
Right.
They needed help. I needed help. We were a fit for each other. And I come back here probably 1994, which is maybe 6 years, you know. I didn't come back because I wanted to. I come back because of necessity.
TitleMatchNetwork.com